Navigating tough times in life and building emotional strength. There are times in all of our lives when our emotions seem to be depleted and we need to find a way to recharge ourselves so that we can be ourselves. When we're emotionally exhausted, it's difficult to get anything done. So today I'm going to go through several ways that you can re-energize your emotional being and get back to the you that we both know you really are. If that sounds good, stick around. If you're not a subscriber, click the subscribe button and I'll be right back.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
When you're in the middle of a tough time, it can seem like it's all consuming. We all have transition times in our life, but when we're right there in the middle of one, it can be hard to see what's really going on. And you might feel disconnected from your work or your relationships. Maybe you're mentally exhausted, and that's an uncomfortable emotional experience. So it helps to just take a pause, take a break, and really see where you are. I recently talked to a man who had all of his investments just tank, and his investment account literally went from 6 figures to 0 overnight because of some exception in the system that he was using. And he was just in shock, and it just seemed like too much for him to handle. And I said, you've got to realize where you are. You've had bad days in the past. You've had great days in the past. You're going to have bad days in the future, but you're also going to have great days in the future. This is just today. Take a breath. So it's very important. That's my first point. You've got to realize where you are, and that right now isn't the past and the future. It's just right now, and it might not feel good, but at least it's already passing because you've already experienced some of it. And so you're not at the beginning anymore. So you're closer to the end of it than you are to the beginning of it. It's also really important to just take a break. With that man who I was counseling, he really loves water, swimming, scuba diving, things like that. And I said, you know what I want you to do? I don't want you to fiddle with any of this or figure anything out right now. I want you to go get your dive stuff, and I want you to go get underwater and just spend some time with you doing what you need to do that is consciously rejuvenative for you. So for me, conscious rejuvenation would be running, doing yoga, cooking, painting, things like that. For him, it's scuba diving. So I said, go dive, go underwater. You really need to take a break, even if the break is a conscious break. Number 3, calm yourself. Do whatever self-soothing techniques you have learned that work for you in the past. So for me, it's getting a massage, or I have a massage chair. I like to go get the massage chair, or a salt bath, or taking care of my skin, doing something that's just nice, or getting a pedicure, something like that. Do your calming techniques. Do your self-soothing techniques. Building emotional strength requires daily practice. So make sure that when you're doing your calming routine and your calming techniques, that you can build in little pieces of these to every single day. So just like exercising, building physical strength, whether you meditate daily or journal or simply have a quiet cup of tea in the backyard, that calming activity will help to recharge you. So it doesn't have to be anything as big as, go get a pedicure or go get a massage. It can just be a cup of tea. Hold it with 2 hands, very intentional drinking with 2 hands. Smell it and enjoy, and just do that very softly. It'll help to calm you down. Number 4, my 4th tip for you that I have is be with awesome people. Be with people who love you. I always say be with people who feel like sunshine. It might be difficult if you're in a wounded place and you don't really want people around you because you're low energy, but you could say, hey, people who love me, I am low energy today. Just call it out there. I'm low energy today. I really need a break. I don't really want to talk about what's going on that's wrong because I don't want to bring anybody down. But could we just hang out and do something else? Board game, go play tennis, pickleball, go for a walk together, just sit and watch a movie together. So I just love somebody to be with me. This will let them know where you are. You don't have to give any details, and then you can have a relaxing day, which is rejuvenating. I really want you to focus on this next one because it's really important. It helps to rewire different parts of your brain, and it can really pull you out of a tough spot. Try something different. It is proven in several studies that doing new things increase your connection with life and those closest to you. So if you've never been camping, it's a good time to do it. Go sleep under the stars, commune with nature, review your bucket list. That'll help you decide what adventure you want to take. If there's something that you've been saying, oh, I've never done that, that would be neat, go do it. It doesn't matter if you stink at it. Who cares? Like, you gave it a try, and that's what's really important. Just go do something that is different than anything that you do otherwise. And that helps you to break out of those emotionally dark places and become more emotionally resilient. Journaling is really very important. I not only want you to write down what worries you, but write down why it worries you. And you can keep asking yourself why, until you can almost explain away your worries. And what's really important with that exercise is also asking yourself, is this out of my control? And if the answer is yes, which usually it is, if the answer is yes, this is out of my control, you can then tell yourself, well, if it's out of my control, there's no sense in worrying about it. Therefore, I'm going to think about this other thing. But I don't just want you writing about your worries. I want you to write down what's working in your life. Know who you are. Know the good points. Compare your worry list with the list of what's working, and write down tiny little things that's working. Like, I really have been sleeping better lately, or I did a really great job with that video the other day. Whatever. Write down what's working, and hopefully the balance is in your favor. And if not, number one, I would ask yourself to stop being so hard on you, because there are more good things than there are bad in your life. But then see what you have on the good list and go focus on that, and then the worry list will shrink. And finally, sometimes if you're not feeling yourself, you just need some counseling, and it might require an outside perspective to give you the information that you need to take action, or to stop doing something, or to start doing something. Stop doing something that's not beneficial, or start doing something that would be. So it can be hard to see that even though you love something, it might not be good for you at this time, and you need a counselor. You need somebody who's not your mom or your dad or your neighbor or your friend, somebody who doesn't have another role in your life other than serving you and your mental and physical well-being in a counselor role. So if that is what you find yourself needing, find a counselor. If you want to see somebody in person that's near you, go find somebody that's in person and near you. I'm happy to serve that counselor role for you. I am a counselor. So reach out to me. Go to schedulegild.com, schedulegild, G-I-L-D, schedulegild.com, and ask me for a session, and we can talk, and we can figure out, where should you be going? Should you be seeking counseling? Am I the right person? Is another person with the GILD group the right person? Just have that conversation, because a lot of times these things don't just work themselves out, and it can be a cyclical problem. And if it is cyclical, then you're not actually getting emotionally stronger. You are just in this pattern. And so we want to break that pattern and help build your resilience so that you can be the best you that you can be. All right, if this has been of any help to you, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you learn the next time that we drop a video like this to help you live a happier life with lower stress and more success. I'll see you soon.